Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in today's video we are going to understand how to send conditional emails from Google Sheets. So here let's suppose that I have a travel and tourism company and I offer memberships for the same. So here my objective is that whenever in my Google Sheet I'm going to add the lead details, then based on the preference, like whether they're interested towards the plan or whether they're not interested, as per their preference I want to send them an email. So here to do this I need to build a connection between these two applications, for which I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So my objective states that whenever I'm going to add the lead details in a Google Sheet with their respective preferences, based on that I want to send them an email. So here to do this, my trigger application will be Google Sheets and my action application will be Gmail. So if you want to learn more about this, follow me through the screen. In this video, we are going to understand how to send conditional emails from Google Sheets. So here let's assume that I have a travel and tourism company and I offer membership plans. So in a Google Sheet, I maintain the details of my leads, and here my objective is that whenever I'm going to add the lead details in this Google Sheet, then based on their response to the membership plan, I want to send the leads an email. So if the lead is interested, I want to send this particular email, and if the lead is not interested, then I want to send this particular email to that lead. So here to automate this entire process, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, and as an existing user, I'm going to sign in. But if you're a new user, you can click on the sign up for free button and every month you will get 100 tasks for free. So as an existing user, I'm signing in. Now this here is the all applications page. So here I will go to Pabbly Connect and click on access now to reach my dashboard. So this here is my dashboard, and now in order to create a new workflow, I will go to my right hand side corner and click on this create workflow button. So now in this dialog box appearing, I need to give my workflow a name. So here I've named it as send conditional emails from Google Sheets, and on my left hand side you can see that these are the folders which I've created before. So I want to save this workflow in the folder named as Google Sheets to Gmail automation, because this is a automation between Google Sheets and Gmail, and after naming the workflow and selecting the folder, I'm going to click on create. So as I did that, now I have arrived on a very important window which consists of trigger and action. Basically, trigger and action are the two most important principles or concepts of Pabbly Connect on which this entire automation will depend. Trigger says when this happens, action says do this. Action is an automated response of your trigger application, and in a workflow you can only have one trigger but multiple action applications. So now moving to my use case, that is to send conditional emails from Google Sheets. So here I will go to my trigger window as I've added the details of my leads in a Google Sheet. So here Google Sheets will be my trigger application, and the trigger event will be new or updated spreadsheet row. So this trigger will start working whenever a new spreadsheet row will be added or updated. So now here you can see that a webhook URL is given, and along with that a help desk is given. So read this help desk given below carefully, because this webhook URL will act as a bridge to connect your Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So now I'm going to take you to my Google Sheet. So this here is the Google Sheet that I've created by the name of lead details. It consists only of one sheet and of 9 columns. So now over here you can see that the columns include first name, last name, gender, email, company name, job title, phone number, city, and the lead status. So now my objective is that whenever in a new row I'm going to add the lead details, then automatically an email should be sent to those leads as per their response towards the membership plan. But firstly, I need to establish a connection over here in this Google Sheet. So to do that, here I will go to extensions, and here I must have this Pabbly Connect webhooks extension. So if you don't have this extension, you can simply go to get add-ons, and over here in search apps, you can search for Pabbly Connect webhooks. So here is this. So as you can see that I have already installed this extension, so it says installed. So make sure you also follow the same process and install this extension. So in order to establish a connection, here I will go to extensions, go to Pabbly Connect webhooks, and now I will go to initial setup. So here in initial setup it says the webhook URL will be set up on the below selected sheet. So here the selected sheet is sheet 1 because it only consists of one sheet. Now moving to the webhook URL and the trigger column. So here I'm going to get the webhook URL from Pabbly Connect. I'm going to copy it and here I'm going to paste the same. So once I've mentioned the webhook URL, now moving to the trigger column. So the trigger column is the final data column on which if the data is added, then the whole of that row data will be sent to Pabbly Connect. So here you can see that I is the final column. So over here, I is going to my trigger column. So as I've mentioned the webhook URL and the trigger column, here I'm going to click on submit. So here it says the setup has been configured successfully. So now the setup is done. In this Google Sheet, I'm going to add the lead details and it will be sent to Pabbly Connect automatically. But first to do that, I need to go to extensions once again, go to Pabbly Connect webhooks and click on send on event. So by clicking on send on event, I will make sure that whenever in a new row, I'm going to add the lead details, then automatically the lead details should get captured in Pabbly Connect. So here I'm going to click on send on event. So once I've done that, now it's important to refresh the page. So here I'm going to refresh the page. So I've refreshed the page and in this new row, I'm going to add the lead details. So here as you can see that I have added the lead details in this new row. So these details would have been captured in Pabbly Connect as well. So taking you to Pabbly Connect and here you can see that I have received a response. Here is the trigger column, spreadsheet name, spreadsheet ID, sheet name, sheet ID and the row index. And here are the details of the lead. So here is the phone number, lead status, last name, job title, gender, first name, email, company name and the city. So over here in Pabbly Connect, you can see that the lead details which I've added in my Google Sheet in a new row is successfully captured. So the first objective of this automation is set up. That means now whenever I'm going to add the details of the lead in my Google Sheet in a new row, then automatically those details will get captured over here in Pabbly Connect. So this trigger will instantly capture the new incoming data and the workflow execution will start in real time. So as I've got the lead details over here in Pabbly Connect and now based on their response, I want to send them an email. So over here, the lead details which I've added shows that the lead status is interested. So now moving back to Pabbly Connect, I will go to this action window and here I'm going to use router. So router by Pabbly will help me to put conditions in this workflow. So here I'm going to select the action event as conditionally run. So it will execute this workflow on different routes. So here I'm going to click on connect. So here it is connected. So now moving to the routes. So firstly, I'm going to rename it. So here the first one will be for the interested leads. So here I'm keeping it as interested and I'm going to click on update. And the second will be for the not interested leads. So here I'm just going to rename it as not interested. And I'm going to click on update. So here you can see that I have made two routes. So the first is for the interested lead and the second is for the not interested lead. So based on their response to the membership plan, if the lead is interested, then I'm going to use this route. And if the lead is not interested, then I'm going to use this route. So now I'm going to set the filter and the action steps. So here by using filter, I'm going to specify a condition. So as from the response received, I'm going to select the label as interested and the filter type will be equal to, and here the value will also be interested. So here I've set up a condition that this workflow should only run in the case of the leads who are interested. So here I'm going to click on save and send test request and you can see that it says success and the condition is true. Now as I've set the filter condition, I will go to this add action step. And here as I want to send an email to the lead for showing interest in the membership plan. So here I'm going to select my action application as Gmail. And now the action event will be to send email. Here I'm going to click on connect. And now in order to add a new connection, you just have to connect it with your Gmail account. So here I'm going to click on allow as this is a secure access. And you can see that the authorization was successful. So now moving to the detail of recipient email address. So here to mention this detail, I'm going to use a method that is called as mapping. Mapping basically means to insert the data from previous step. So as I've received the response from Google Sheets, so here I'm going to map the response. So here I've mapped the email address. So now moving to the sender name. So here let's assume that my travel and tourism company name is by the name of Deja Vu Holidays. So here I'm going to mention it as the sender name. So now moving to the email subject and the email content. So here I'm going to frame the email subject and the email content accordingly to the response which I have received from the lead towards the membership plan. So here I framed the email subject as holiday incoming for, and here I'm going to map the name of the lead. So here the name of the lead is current user and I've mapped it. And this here is the email content. So this is the email content which I want to send to the interested lead. So here after dear, I want to mention the name of the lead. So again, I'm going to map it from the response that I've received. So here I'm going to map the name. So now moving to this content. So it says, dear current user, it's time to pack your bags and relax. You're about to go to your dream holiday with us. Thanks for showing interest in our membership plan. We welcome you. Your membership trial plan details will be sent on the given details, name, number, email. Thanks and regards, Deja Vu Holidays. So now again for name, number and email, I'm going to map the details from the response that I have received. So here I've mapped the name. Now I'm going to map the number and now I'm going to map the email as well. So here I've mapped it. So as you can see that I have mapped the details in these fields. So this method of mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, so that response can be taken into consideration in these fields. If I would have written this information manually, in that case, this information could have become static, which means that it wouldn't change even if I would have received a new response. So in order to avoid that problem, we map the information. So as over here, you can see that I have mapped the email for the interested lead. So here after mapping the details, I'm going to click on Save and Send Test Request. So here you can see that I have received a response and this is a positive response. Here it says that the status is sent. That means an email has been successfully sent to the lead. So now I'm going to show you the email as well. So here you can see the email and here you can see that after dear the name of the lead is mentioned and here are the lead details which I have mapped successfully. So here you can see that an email has been successfully sent to the lead who was interested in the membership plan. So now moving back to Pabbly Connect. So as this was the case for the interested lead, but what will happen if the lead is not interested? So now I'm going to show you that case as well. So here I'm going to follow the same steps which I followed in this route, that was to set a filter and the action step. So now here in this Google Sheet, in this new row, I'm going to add the lead details who is not interested. So firstly to do that, as I'm setting up this automation right now, so here I'm going to click on recapture the webhook response. So I'm going to click on yes. So here as I'm going to recapture the response because currently I'm setting up this automation, but in real time this will work smoothly. So as I'm going to set up this automation, that means now I need to capture the another response over here as well. So now in this Google Sheet, I'm going to add the lead details who is not interested. So here I've added the lead details and these lead details would have been captured in Pabbly Connect. So here in Pabbly Connect, you can see that I have received a response. Here is the trigger column, spreadsheet name, spreadsheet ID, sheet name, sheet ID, row index, phone number, lead status, last name, job title, gender, first name, email, company name and the city. So that means in Pabbly Connect, the lead details is successfully captured once again. And these are the lead details of the person who is not interested. So as I've got the lead detail over here in Pabbly Connect, now again I will go to router by Pabbly. Here I will go to this route that is by the name of not interested. I will go to set filter and action steps. And now here I'm going to select the label over here as not interested and the value will also be not interested. So here I'm setting up this condition only for the leads who are not interested. So the lead status is not interested, the filter type is equal to and the value is not interested. I'm going to click on Save and Send Test Request. And here you can see that I have received the response. So now I'm going to click on this add action step because this is a positive response and our condition is true. Now as per the lead response detail which was not interested, I'm going to send that lead a email. So here I'm going to use Gmail as my action application once again and the action event will be to send email. So I'm going to click on connect. And as I've already established a connection once in this workflow, I'm going to use the existing one. And here you can see that it is connected. So now moving to the recipient email address. Now again, I'm going to map the details which I have received. So here I'm going to map the email address. Now here the sender name will again be Deja Vu Holidays. And now I'm going to frame the email subject and the email content as per the response of the not interested. So here I've mentioned the email subject as we will come with better deals for. So here again I'm from the response received, I'm going to map the name that was latest user, and I've mapped the name. And here is the email content. So here after dear, I want to mention the lead name. So from the response received, I'm going to map it. So here I've mapped it. Now it says, dear, we understand your decision. We will make sure to bring better deals for you. We are happy to give a free tour of our latest resort. The details will be sent on the given details. And here are the regards and the name of my company. So here again to mention these details, I'm going to use the method that is mapping. So I'm going to map the details once again over here. So here is the phone number and I've mapped it. And now I'm going to map the email. So here once again I've mapped the details. So here you know that this method of mapping is important so that every time you are going to receive a new response, so that response could be taken into consideration in these fields and the workflow should run smoothly. So here as I've mapped the details, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here you can see that I have received a response and this here is a positive one. So here it says sent, that means an email would have been sent to this lead as well. So now I'm going to show you the email. So here you can see that an email has been successfully sent to the lead who was not interested. And here after dear, you can see the name of the lead and here are the lead details. That means on the basis of the preference of the lead towards the membership plan, an email has been sent accordingly. So this here is the email which has been sent to the lead who was interested, and this here is the email which was sent to the lead who was not interested. So over here in Pabbly Connect, this automation which I've just created is a successful one. So as this automation is going to run in real time, then automatically on the basis of the response I'm going to receive, it will send an email accordingly. So here, this automation was a successful one. That means now whenever in a Google Sheet, I'm going to add the lead details, then based on their preference towards the membership plan, an email will be sent accordingly to the leads. So if the lead is interested, then the mail will be sent according to that. And if the lead is not interested, then the mail will be sent according to that. So if you really like this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Not just these applications, you can integrate a lot more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you have any doubts regarding Pabbly, reach us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, you can visit us at forum.pabbly.com. If you have any pricing related query, you can visit this link. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends and colleagues and do not forget to like, share and subscribe our channel.